Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This video is going to be a continuation on our previous video on geometry generator symbology in QGIS. This video we are going to be looking at how to create offset lines using a line layer. A short note, the machine I'm using for this tutorial is different from what I used for my previous tutorial. My laptop got spoiled, and the version of QGIS here I think is lower than the one I was using, and so some of the things are different. When we get there, I'll point it out to you. This line layer is a road in Accra, Ghana. That's what we'll be using for these tutorials. So we'll first right click on our road layer, go to properties. When you go to properties, after your pop-up menu shows, you're going to click to symbology, and then we're going to add a new geometry symbology to the one we already have. Part of the options of the symbology layer type, we are going to click geometry generator symbology. We will be changing the geometry type to line string, and then we are going to change the color of the simple line to red for it to be visually distinct from our normal roads. So one of the changes I was talking about is that, if you watch the previous video, there is a third option. So after the symbology line type, the geometry type, right there's a third option called the unit field, but it isn't here. The older versions don't have that. We're going to click on this icon. Now we'll bring up our expression dialog box. We are going to type offset curve. This offset curve is the one going to create our offset lines of our road layer, and we are using curve because the roads are not always straight. Some of them are curved. So yeah, offset curve is the function to use in this case. It takes two parameters. The first parameter is the geometry, we already have it, and then the second parameter is the distance. Now, this is what's going to affect, when I was writing the script for this tutorials, I used the version of QGIS on my old PC, right? And then in place of the distance, it was 5 because I was using map units. But because I'm not sure what units this version of QGIS is using, when I was trying to get it to work for this tutorial, I realized that the offsets was way apart. And so in the process of testing, I realized that the best option for me was 0.0000. That got me the best results. So that's what I'm using. Our preview, we have geometry line string. Okay. And then we'll click apply, and let's see. All right. So it sort of worked, right? So just click OK, and when we zoom in, it works fine. We have our offset of our roads. We can create another offset in the opposite direction. So we go back to properties, width for, okay. Then we'll create a new offset, and this time we move it to the other side of our road. We made the road black. We'll change the layer type to geometry generator. I'm going to change the color. Let's change it to green, I think. Again, for it to be visually distinct. So we've done that. We're going to change the geometry type to string, multi-string. And then we click on this and then pop up our expression dialog box. Again, when we click on offset in our recent, we can double click here. If we want it in the opposite direction, we are going to use negative. So it's going to be negative whatever, and we have it in a negative direction. Okay, so we have that. If we click on apply, it should work. And be okay. Before that, let's change it to green. Okay. Good. So now, as we can see here, the main road is black. The road on the left, the offset on the left, let's think of it like a pavement on the left, is in red, and then the one on the right is in green. And it is true for every road segment that we have, right? So it gives the road a much more appealing look, much more distinctive look. So to reiterate, the number we chose for the offset distance, right, is partly arbitrary, right? It depends on, again, if you're using the latest version of QGIS, you have an option where you can choose your unit type, whether you want it to be a map unit or not. We went through all of them in our previous video, so you can look at that to see all the alternatives. Map unit, you can test them to see. We also talked about why you might choose one over the other, right? So you can do that. You can then try. You play around with it. Try different figures and see which of them suit your use case best. So that will be it for this video. It was very short, very simple. Again, this entire series is just to introduce you to the world of geometry generator symbology. So this is very beginner friendly. We'll be delving into a much more advanced geometry generator symbology in the future, hopefully. Yes. If there's anything about this video you didn't understand, let it be known in the comment section below. I would encourage you to like, comment, share the video to help the channel. Thank you for watching this video. Have a good day. Stay curious. Stay learning. Bye.